It is what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. I know I have been quite absent, but to be honest with you, a lot has been going on in my personal life and in my work life. I've been working a lot of overtime and I have been quite busy. But I'm going to try to be able to do more content no matter where I am. You see, right now I am not in my usual place of recording, and I'm actually working right now. But I have a few minutes for me to actually record a video and provide you guys with some news and what's been going on around the gaming world. You see, a lot has been going on and I haven't really been able to cover it, but at the moment I am going to be able to cover just some small things, a quick channel update, and what's going on basically right now in the gaming world. And first of all, I want to say that I'm very sorry to hear about Telltale Games. I'm not a big fan of Telltale Games. I do appreciate what they were. They had some great stories. They told stories very well, but it wasn't really a gameplay thing. It was kind of point and click stories and choose your own adventure kind of thing. And, you know, it's kind of a fall from grace. These games they sold a lot. They got Game of the Year when they did Walking Dead. And it seemed like they kind of, bit off a little more than they can chew. They got a little carried away. They did the Walking Dead. They did Borderlands. They did Tales from Borderlands. And they did some Game of Thrones, Back to the Future, and some other titles that I may be forgetting. But they bit off more than they can chew. Maybe they got a little too cocky. And sadly, 250 people are getting ready to be jobless. I believe 225 are jobless at the moment, and they kept about 25 people to finish up. And they had to pretty much pack up in a hurry, like a half an hour after the meeting. And it is to my knowledge that about a week prior to the closing of the studio, that they were still hiring, and that's kind of weird and unfortunate. But I don't have much to say on the matter. It's always unfortunate when people lose their jobs. Excuse me. And I'm hoping that everybody falls and lands on their feet, and hopefully everything just happens. Everything happens for a reason. And maybe some people might not want to work in this industry. Maybe they want something more stable, and maybe this will make some of these people stronger and better, and something better will come out of it. And that's just really all I have to say on the matter. And moving on to Devil May Cry 5. Now, when I initially saw the trailer, I was extremely hyped because let's be real here. No one asked for the DMC game. The game was good for what it was, but it wasn't Devil May Cry. Dante's hair wasn't right. Virgil used guns. He had a fedora on. I don't know what was going on. Honestly, if you want to make that its own thing and give us a sequel to that, I'm fine with that, but don't make it Devil May Cry that I grew up knowing. And the first one came out when I was maybe 14, and I've been loving it all of these years. Please don't ruin it. Just, you gave us a new one, and honestly, I feel like Capcom has had a great year, and now they're kind of on the downslide on the back end of the year. They gave us Monster Hunter World. That game was great. It sold, I think, like maybe 11 million, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe even more at this point. They gave us the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. They keep updating Street Fighter. It's amazing, and I will give them credit. But they're dropping the ball with Devil May Cry 5. Why do you say? Well, microtransactions. I don't know if I've spoke about it on the channel before. I probably have, but I absolutely hate microtransactions, at least when they're done incorrectly. If you're going to put them in Fortnite and things like that, these free-to-play games that's not really pay to win, fine. Give us some cosmetic, make it look awesome, cool. We can control ourselves, but I still think that microtransactions are very predatory. And in this sense, they're very predatory. Shadow of War had similar microtransactions where it's just like, oh, if you just want to get some points and skip through the story. Honestly, if you want to skip through the story, then just watch it on YouTube or something. I'm not going to pay $65 and then give you another $25, $30 just to be able to get more orbs as they are in Devil May Cry 5, just to upgrade my character. They say, oh no, you can still play it and upgrade your character as itself, but I'm not okay with that, because I kind of feel like that this means the game's going to be way grindier, and I don't want it to be that way. I don't want to be playing the game for 6 and 7 hours just to get, say, one move or something like that. That's pretty inconsiderate. I pay my $65.81 as it would be at GameStop, to my knowledge, and I do not want to be paying something extra because the choice is there. Honestly, they say it's for people who may not have time and they just want to see the story. Honestly, in my personal opinion, if you love video games and you don't have time to play them, you shouldn't be playing them. I'm not telling anybody what they should do with their hard-earned money, but at the same time, what's the point? If you don't have time to play video games, why even play them? And I really think it's very predatory of Capcom to do this. This is very disgusting. I think Belgium started with the whole non-microtransactions or no loot boxes inside their games. It's pretty much illegal now. And I think with it being so predatory and it's kind of considered gambling, we should probably do that over here in the States. I'm not happy about this, and I'm probably not going to buy it day one or maybe even brand new and give Capcom some of the money, because if I feel like I'm giving you some of my money, I want to, feel like it's, God of War and Spider-Man, where I paid my money and it's actually the whole game right there. Don't give me microtransactions and the option to upgrade. Don't give me stuff that looks absolutely awesome and think I'm not going to want to buy it. That's not fair. Don't tell me I got to play 10 more hours and I got to grind just to get it. It's not Star Wars. It's not Shadow of War. Don't do this. This is not fair. And I understand that game development is very expensive. And if you really, what they could have done a while ago is, if you want to raise the prices of gaming, fine, do that. Be upfront about it. Be transparent about it. But don't be trying to give us microtransactions and tell us, oh, well, that option's there. That's disgusting. That's very disgusting. And I feel like this video was long overdue. This has been going on maybe about 5 days, and I apologize that I got late to the game. But yeah, this is just how I feel about the microtransaction matter. But lads and ladettes, I want to thank y'all for being patient, and especially for my faithful supporters of the channel. Please continue to support me. Please continue to subscribe. I'm also throwing random gameplay up. Sometimes it's not any audio from me in it, but I just want to provide you guys with something, keep the channel fresh. And once I'm done with Spider-Man, I'll put something else up there. I might randomly get a game that maybe somebody didn't know and is under the radar, and who knows, somebody might like it. But once again, I thank everybody for supporting the channel. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Telltale's closing. What you think about these microtransactions in Devil May Cry. I think it's not really, it's not nice. It's not kind. Capcom, you're giving us Onimusha in January. You gave us Monster Hunter Worlds, and you gave us the Street Fighter collection. I think you guys could do better. You're better than this. DMC 5, Devil May Cry 5, I should say, looks much better. Dante's motorcycle turns into some type of two-hand split chainsaw, and it looks awesome, but I won't support it if you're giving these don't put these microtransactions in. That's just bottom line. It sucks. Lads and ladettes, I thank you once again. Please continue to support me on Patreon if you can and will, for just $1 a month. Every little bit counts. It could help the growth of this channel. I will throw my Facebook. I have a Facebook fan page, and eventually I will make an Instagram page just for the channel. Lads and ladettes, I thank you once again. This video is finito.